The most powerful person in any room is almost never the loudest one. You've felt this. The person everyone leans toward isn't pushing, isn't performing, isn't trying to win the conversation, and somehow they already have. We're taught that power looks like force, taking up space, speaking first, speaking most, holding our ground no matter what. Taoism spent 2,000 years studying the opposite idea, that the softest things in the world overcome the hardest, that real power stays quiet, precisely because it doesn't need to announce itself. What follows are 10 habits drawn from that tradition. The first 9 you can start today. The 10th is the one almost no one manages, and it's the one the other 9 are quietly building toward. 1. Pause before you answer. Not to plan what you'll say, to let the first wave pass. When someone provokes you, the heat that rises is information, but it's a poor advisor. Still water reflects the sky exactly. Disturbed water shows you nothing. The person who waits one breath before speaking sees the situation clearly, while everyone else is still reacting to it. Today, the next time something pulls anger up in you, let one full breath pass before a single word. 2. Say less than you know. There is a strange authority in the unsaid. A well that shows its bottom is shallow. A deep one never does. When you pour out everything you understand to prove that you understand it, you empty yourself and convince no one. Hold something back, not to deceive, but because power kept in reserve is still power. Today, in your next disagreement, leave one true thing unsaid. Notice how it changes the room. 3. Bend instead of breaking. When the snow comes, the rigid pine cracks under the weight. The bamboo bends until the snow slides off, then stands straight again. We think holding our ground is strength. Yielding on the small things is how you stay standing for the large ones. Today, in an argument, find the part of what they said that's true, and agree with it out loud before you say anything else. 4. Move slower than the moment seems to ask. Haste is a kind of broadcast. It tells everyone you're anxious, and anxiety reads as weakness, even when you're right. The heron that stands motionless at the water's edge eats. The one that thrashes after every shadow goes hungry. Slowness isn't laziness. Today, pick one thing you usually rush: walking, eating, answering a message, and do it at half speed on purpose. 5. Let people underestimate you. There's a line in the Tao Te Ching about the sage who wears rough cloth on the outside and carries jade against his chest. Plain to look at, valuable within. Everyone around you is spending energy trying to look impressive. The quiet advantage is to stop. When people read you as ordinary, they relax, they reveal themselves, and they never quite see you coming. Being underestimated isn't an insult to endure. It's a position to use. Today, resist one urge to prove yourself, and watch what people show you when they think there's nothing to guard against. 6. Leave things unfinished. A wheel turns because of the empty hole at its center. A cup holds because it's hollow. A room is useful because of the space no one filled. The Daoist tradition keeps returning to this. Usefulness lives in the emptiness, not the fullness. The person who has to close every loop, win every point, fill every silence, leaves no room for anything to happen. Power needs space to move in. Today, in one conversation, let a silence sit instead of rushing to fill it. The discomfort passes faster than you think, and something usually walks into that gap. 7. Put yourself below. The Tao Te Ching asks why the sea is king of 100 mountain streams. The answer it gives: because the sea lies lower than all of them. Everything flows downhill, toward whatever sits beneath it. We're taught to climb, to rise, to be seen above. but the one who takes the lower position, who serves, who listens, who lets others go first, gathers everything that runs down. Lowness isn't defeat. For water, it's the entire strategy. Today, in one situation where you'd normally assert your standing, take the lower seat instead. Notice what comes to you there. 8. Need less from the room. This is where it starts to get difficult. The person who wants something, approval, the deal, to be liked, to be right, can be moved by whoever controls it. The person who genuinely needs nothing cannot be bribed, cannot be threatened, cannot be steered. The Tao Te Ching keeps circling one quiet idea. The one who knows he has enough is already rich. It might as well have said, already free. Contentment isn't passivity. It's the ground you stand on that no one else can shift. Today, name one thing you've been chasing approval for, and try, just for a day, to move through it as if you already have enough. 9. Outlast instead of overpower. Here is the image the whole tradition is built on. Water is the softest thing there is. You can part it with your hand. And nothing in the world wears down stone the way water does. Not by striking it, by never stopping. The Tao Te Ching says nothing under heaven is softer than water, yet nothing is better at overcoming what is hard and strong. The force that looks unstoppable arrives loud and leaves fast. The soft thing that simply persists is the one still there in 100 years, shaping the canyon. Today, choose one thing you've been trying to force and stop forcing it. Then return to it tomorrow and the day after, without strain. 10. Stop competing entirely. This is the one almost no one can do, and it's the source of the other 9. The Tao Te Ching says the highest good is like water. It benefits everything and competes with nothing. And elsewhere, it draws the conclusion that follows. Because it does not contend, nothing can contend with it. Read that twice. The reason no one can defeat the person who isn't competing is that there's nothing there to push against. You can't win an argument someone refuses to have. You can't outmaneuver someone who isn't trying to beat you. The whole game of force needs a second person to agree to play. The silently powerful person simply doesn't. They take the low ground. They yield. They outlast. They want nothing. And one day you look up and realize the river holds the whole valley, and it never once raised its voice. Not because it decided to win, because it stopped trying to. Notice what every one of these has in common. Not one of them is loud. Not one takes anything by force. The strong-looking moves, pushing, performing, forcing your way through, turn out to be the weak ones. The quiet moves turn out to be where the power was hiding the whole time. Which of these 10 do you already do without realizing it was Daoist? And which one will be the hardest? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching. Somewhere, water is still moving over stone, slowly, without effort, carving a canyon it will never see, and never once raising its voice.